What are some red flags to take note of when you're walking through a house that you're thinking about buying for the first time? Well, number one, I would say pay attention if the house is really unclean or disorganized. There's just a lot of stuff. It's kind of hard to see everything in the house. It's kind of hard to even walk through. Those can be signs. They can be, not always, but they can be signs that sometimes the owner didn't really take care of the house as much. You're not really sure what's behind all of that. If there's really messy rooms or garages or whatever the case may be, and you can't even really go and see or inspect it, that kind of could mean you don't really know what's behind all that stuff. You don't know if they put all that stuff there to hide something. You don't know if they maybe were just a little bit messy and they needed extra storage space. So that's a variable. You definitely want to pay attention to houses like that a little bit more. Make sure that you're not just blazing right past those areas, but you're actually looking for other signs of deferred maintenance, which is the second red flag, I would say. It's deferred maintenance. If you're seeing dripping faucets everywhere and leaky toilets and maybe some stains on the ceiling or even worse, maybe even actual signs of a current leak in the ceiling, and then you talk to the owners and they're just like, well, we just haven't quite gotten to it yet, that could be a big red flag. That what else have they not taken care of? What other leaks have gone on that have caused more damage, and then maybe they eventually got to it, but it was a couple weeks or a couple months after, and now it's done even more damage, and there's damage that you can't see behind that because they didn't get into it on time. You want to try and make sure that the house they took care of things right away, so that way the overall health of the house is still in good shape. Third, I would say animals could be a red flag. Now, I know that a lot of animal lovers may find offense to that, but it's not always the case. They're not always a red flag, but it's definitely something. When you see evidence of dogs or cats or whatever other kind of pets in the house, you really want to keep a close eye out for any kind of damage that they might have done along the way. What's the furniture of the house look like? Are they completely scratched up? Are they stained and stuff? Because then you're going to look into other things, carpeting areas and just different places around the house where they could have scratched it up. They could have, animals are going to go to the bathroom in the house, and now it's just leaving a lot of problems for you in the future. Just keep an eye out for it. If you do see animals, same thing as being messy and disorganized. It doesn't mean that the owners are terrible people and this is an awful house. It just means look at these things and just be cognizant of the fact that these could be signs of something bigger, and they might not be at all. Just be careful and pay close attention whenever you're walking through houses like these.